Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with your daily analysis for the S&P 500 for the trading session dated Tuesday 13th of November. I'm recording this video 6:15 in the evening New York time on Tuesday New York time. We have just the one wave count now, which expects we've had a big trend change up here at primary degree. Primary wave B was a triple zigzag and was 140% the length of primary A. Primary C will reach 1.618, the length of primary A, at 1,013 points. The second target also has a good probability because this is an expanded flat correction for cycle wave A, and primary B is very long in relation to A. At 728, primary C would reach 2.618, the length of primary A. So if when we get to the first target, the structure for primary C is incomplete and requires further movement, or if price just passes on through the first target, we'll use the second target. To the downside so far, it looks like we have a series of first and second waves with pink or minute 1, an expanded flat for 2, and within 3, 1, 2, within the third wave, 1, 2, 3. It looks like we're seeing some more sideways movement for a fourth wave, which is either a triangle or a double combination, and when that's done we'll have more downwards movement for the fifth wave to end the middle of the third wave for 3 green. We'll then have another fourth wave correction for 4 green, and our invalidation point will then be up here. 4 green should be time consuming, lasting at least a week or so, and then more downwards movement to end pink or minute wave 3. Let's have a look at what happened yesterday on the hourly chart, where the low for 3 orange and the high for 2 orange up here. So the middle of this third wave is here. Here's 2, here's 3. I'm only going to use this one idea now that sees wave 3 orange is complete here, because what was yesterday's main hourly wave count now is looking really out of proportion. So this has a much better fit in terms of proportion. So within wave 3 green we have 1, a flat for 2, an impulse for 3 complete, and sideways movement for a fourth wave. I have 2 hourly wave counts which look at this movement differently. They are identical to this point here. This main hourly wave count looks at wave 4 orange as if it's a running, contracting triangle. So we have a zigzag up for A, a zigzag down for B, a zigzag up for C, a zigzag down for D, which may or may not be complete. If it moves lower, it could end around about the same level as wave B purple if this is turning out to be a barrier triangle. If it's a contracting triangle, it shouldn't move below that point. So movement below the end of B purple would indicate that the second or alternate hourly wave count's correct if it's movement significantly or a reasonable amount below that point. A barrier triangle can have D which moves a fraction of a point below the end of B, so long as the BD trend line is essentially flat. So if B doesn't move beyond this or much beyond it, and we see more upwards movement, then E can't move even a fraction of a point beyond the end of C. The triangle is firmly invalidated with movement above 1388.81. If price moves above that point tomorrow, then we'll use the alternate hourly wave count. So this one expects an end to wave 4 orange is pretty likely tomorrow, either one more session or maybe ending in the middle of the following session. And after that, more downwards movement to new lows. At 1345, wave 3 green will reach 2.618, the length of 1 green. It's already past 1.618, the length of 1, so that's the next calculated target. When I have more confidence that the fourth wave is over, and I think it's not over yet, I'll use orange wave degree to refine and recalculate this target so it may change or widen into a small zone. Alternatively, if price moves above 1388.81 tomorrow, then we should use this alternate hourly wave count, which is identical to this point here, and after that, instead of a triangle, it's looking at the possibility that wave 4 orange is a double combination, with a zigzag for W, a zigzag for an X wave joining the two structures in the double, and now we have a 3, 3 and a 5 up is still required to complete a flat for wave Y purple. It's a flat because wave A aqua subdivides best as a 3-wave structure, which means wave B aqua must reach at least 90% the length of A. So this alternate hourly wave count needs a tiny bit more downwards movement to 1373 at least before it sees wave C aqua upwards unfold. Wave B can move beyond the start of A. It can be commonly up to 138% the length of A, which would be achieved at 1365. So if we start tomorrow's session with downwards movement comfortably below this point, again the second wave count would be preferred, and would still be expecting the upwards movement for the final wave of the whole correction for 4 orange. So either way, I'm expecting upwards movement tomorrow. The only question is, how high is it going to go? If it moves above this point, the second hourly wave count will be correct and the triangle will be invalidated. 4 orange can't move into wave 1 orange price territory. This wave count is invalidated with movement above 1407.56. When the fourth wave is complete, again more downwards movement expected for wave 5 orange to complete 3 green. The target remains exactly the same as the first hourly chart at 1345. So if tomorrow's session begins with a bit of downwards movement, particularly if it moves reasonably below 1371.39, our second hourly wave count's correct. If it doesn't move below that point though, the first hourly wave count in the triangle structure would be correct. Either way, I'm expecting some upwards movement tomorrow, and I'm expecting overall more sideways movement for another 1, possibly 2 sessions to complete this fourth wave correction before we see the resumption of the downwards trend. That's all for me today with your S&P analysis, and I hope members are having a fabulous day.